Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Eric Tallman, reporting from Southeast Michigan. Thank you so much for joining us. This evening, we just want to go over that a lot of us in Southeast Michigan, we have seen several inches of snow, and that's not the only part. We'll have bits and pieces of it this evening. We were trying to do it earlier, but we had heavy snow, and it was really hard to see what was going on. So we'll give you some bits and pieces of what's going on here and all that kind of stuff. So, mainly, it has been very snowy outside, but tomorrow is going to be a whole different setup. And I can tell you that schools and that are going to be closed for the next several days. So we'll go ahead and break it down for you. And I'm going to take you for a walk here. I'm not going to go really far because there's a lot of snow and it's hard to fit, there's a lot of snow. So we don't want to go too far. So I'm going to see if I can even do this standing over here. All right, there we go. Okay, I just had to back up here. Okay, so we're gonna back up here just a little bit, and I'll have to show you some bits and pieces, like I said, in just a couple of minutes here. I'm just waiting because um, a lot of people are just going on the air today. A lot of live videos going on today. So let's kind of focus in on what's going on. So we had talked about the snowstorm, and I'm going to tell you around 12 o'clock or so, that's when the heavy snow began to move in, and it did come down very, very fast. And some areas have seen a lot of snow. And some areas in northern Macomb County and just about Oakland and Macomb or wherever you're at, some areas have seen more snow than others. We'll break all that down for you, but I can tell you one section has got there's actually a big section that supposed to get about between 5 and 7 inches of snow, and you equal that to 12 inches. We were going to try and get another estimate of the amount of snow, but unfortunately, a lot of the snow has been accumulating, and they have been out here uh, actually plowing the snow and everything. We would have done a live report then because there's a lot going on. So I'm going to try and back up here and see if you can see me some more. I'll just back up here so you can see me. Okay, this is as far as I'm going to go. So you can see it's still, it's still snowing, but not as hard. But there's just a lot to look at, and I'm going to show you what the snow looks like, unfortunately. So that's going to be the exciting part. This is actually the first time that I've ever been out between 6 and 7 o'clock doing a live report about the weather and stuff. So it is still snowing outside, but the good thing about this is I have been tracking this storm all day long from the moment when it started all the way up until now. And just to let you know that this snowstorm is starting to taper off, so the worst of it is going to be ending soon. But that's not the only problem that we're going to have. After the snow is done, we're going to have even more problems, and that is going to be the dangerous cold that does return to Southeast Michigan. So, just about a lot of places in the state of Michigan, even in the Upper Peninsula, lower northern Michigan, I'm sorry, so northern Michigan, like Traverse City and beyond. So it all depends on where you're at. A lot of people have gotten I believe I got a report of a viewer telling me that they got almost a foot of snow, but all the snow that you can see out here, I'll show you exactly what it looks like, and then you just tell me how much snow you think it is. When you add it all up, it does change. So the first thing that I do want to say, like when I did look at the report, now first of all, parts of Michigan or the Metro Detroit, excuse me, parts of the Metro Detroit area was supposed to get four to between 4 to 7 inches of snow, and then the amount of snow actually was upgraded to between 5 and 7 inches of snow. So that is actually a lot of snow, and there is a lot of snow on the ground. I'm going to show you some bits and pieces of that right now. So I'm going to show you what we've got going on. Very, very interesting stuff. So let me show you this real quick, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll tell you what we're going to talk about tomorrow. If I can even do this. Hold on, we're having a problem. Just a moment. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let me try my other hand. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. It just took me a few minutes. And you can actually see that there's actually more of a perspective of what's going on. So I just basically want to tell you now the reason why you can't really see it very well is because there's a lot of snow out here and stuff like that, and it's actually dark out here, so it's actually hard to see what's going on. So that's why you're getting kind of a blurry look of things. So you can see that there's a lot of snow out here in southeast Michigan, and this is actually okay. So I'm going to tell you where I'm reporting from. So reporting from Metropolitan Detroit in Memphis, Michigan, so you can kind of see that there's actually snow all over the place. And I did an estimate, I think about an hour ago or whatever it was, and it was like close to 7 inches of snow. And I did look at another report, and I guess Richmond, Michigan had a total of 6.5 inches of snow. So Richmond, Michigan had 6 of snow, and then my estimate when I checked it was 7 inches of snow so far. But when we all added up, 12 inches of snow is a lot. So I'm just showing you exactly what it looks like, so that way you have an idea. Sorry that it's not really a good picture or whatever, but we just wanted to tell you what's going on. So this is a lot of snow on the ground right here, a lot of fluffy snow out here, so you can see that there's actually a lot. And then there's some back there, over there, and we're probably getting this blurring the weather. And it's not just that. I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around and see if I can get a better look here. Just a moment. Okay, I had to change the camera over. So the last report that I was going to tell you is that even the conditions have been like very, very, like there have been whiteouts, there have been accidents, there have been a lot of delays today. A whole bunch of different things have been happening. So if you don't have to be out in this weather, the best thing to do is just to stay home and take it easy. But especially if you're going to be shoveling the snow tonight, be very careful tonight. So this is meteorologist Eric Tallman with the National Weather Service, Detroit, Pontiac. Please make it very safe out there, and I'll have another live report on continuing coverage for Southeast Michigan. But tomorrow is going to be a whole different ball game with very dangerous wind chill temperatures. We're going back into that dangerous temperatures once again. And, with all of the snow that we've seen, this is going to make conditions very, very dangerous tomorrow. And not only that, tons of schools across southeast Michigan are probably going to be closed for another 3 days in result to the snow, because schools were closed today across southeast Michigan. So, more than likely, there's going to be possibly 3 more days of no school. So that means that, the kids are probably thinking, okay, do we have school or whatever it is? Well, all I can tell you is just play it safe. If you don't have to be out in the stuff, the best thing to do is just to stay home where it's nice and warm and where you're safe and everything. But for those that are out in the stuff, please be very careful. And then if you're going to Metropolitan Airport, they're having problems over there as well. They have a lot of cancellations, a lot of delays, and stuff like that. So if you do have people that are flying in and around Michigan or wherever they're at, check before you head out the door. Please make sure that you call your airline and all that stuff to make sure that the flights are coming in, because across the Midwest, a lot of people unfortunately are not able to get to their destinations. So that just makes the airports look very packed up. So if you're at Metropolitan Airport in Romulus, Michigan, check it out and much more. So make sure that you check all of this stuff, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you. All right, let me just try and end this, and we'll see you in a minute. All right. We'll see you guys with another report later.